Kick's public perception is anything other than entirely negative.
And it's also a wasteland.
When Twitch started to fail as a live stream platform with allegations of sexism, favoritism, unfair pay, and banning its top creators left and right, Kick emerged out of nowhere to save the streaming world. After 1.5 years of its massive debut, Kick has gone on to become the absolute worst streaming platform out there.
Going on to Kick and scrolling down through all the channels is like watching the end of the world.
But this is just the tip of the Kick iceberg. It has much deeper issues rooted in the website management and brand philosophy, which will eventually ruin the society and the younger generation forever. It might sound extreme and fear-mongering, but it's actually not that far-fetched. Kick is already promoting 3 of the 7 deadly sins: greed, lust, wrath. Let's first talk about greed. Kick was founded by Bijan Tehrani and Ed Craven. These are the same people who created Stake.com in 2017. Stake.com is an online gambling website which went on to become one of the biggest online casino sites just in 6 years. It has a valuation of $2.6 billion. But the question arises, why would 2 co-founders with a successful gambling business start a streaming platform for kids? Well, in recent studies, it was found that even when it happens unintentionally, exposing children to gambling can lead to a greater risk for problem gambling later in life, with 6.5% of 14 to 21-year-olds already at risk for problem gambling. When kids are exposed to gambling at an early age, they start gambling themselves. Since kids' brains are not developed fully, they're more likely to become problematic gamblers in the future. Being the owner of Stake.com, Kick is deliberately made in order to promote gambling among a much younger audience.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This is it!
Oh, bro!
This is it!
Bro!
This is
Bro!
it! This is it! This is Max win! Max win! Max win! Max win!
If you visit Kick's browse page, you'll find gambling on the top of their menu, easily accessible just in 1 click, and there's no age restriction to watch it. Any kid can just click to start watching, and they can enter the awesome world of online gambling. This is more evident when you see their 3rd co-founder, who's none other than Trainwrecks TV, one of the biggest stream gamblers on Twitch and now on Kick, the guy who's already lost $35 million on online slots machines. Not only Trainwrecks TV, but also all the big streamers like XQC Aiden Ross are promoting gambling on Kick. But there's an even bigger issue than promotion of gambling. That concerning issue is that all the gambling we saw on screen might be rigged, and it's not just a speculation. There is evidence supporting this claim. Recently, XQC admitted that he's being paid by Stake.com to gamble on Kick, and if he's paid to gamble, you bet he's not putting his real money on the slot machine. This is by far the most rigged game out there. These big streamers are getting paid to gamble. They're not even using their real money. No one knows what goes on behind closed curtains. The money they use might be virtual money provided by Stake. What if streamers are getting better odds compared to normal people like you and me? What if all the loss and all the wins of these streamers are just virtual losses and wins?
With 21st century technology, the punter doesn't really know what's going on. And behind the scenes, there's all of this maths going on that analyzes your betting and ensures the company wins. It will always win.
But the audience getting influenced by these streamers will lose hundreds and thousands of dollars gambling their real money. That's how Stake.com made its empire of $2.6 billion. Now you know why Kick's paying hundreds of millions of dollars to buy streamers, because the money is coming from Stake, which they eventually earn back by making millions of people addicted to gambling, hiding behind the facade of interactive gaming. But Kick's corruption doesn't end there. The next weapon in their arsenal is lust. Kick fixed the biggest issue that plagued Twitch for years, i.e. TOS, Terms of Service. Kick reduced its Terms of Service to basically 0, so you can cross any line and Kick won't ban you. Lust is a very lucrative business model. It sells products, it sells movies. That's the reason why OF is so huge. Kick wants people to pimp over its streamers. That's why at the same time when they were hiring XQX, they hired Amaranth, one of the most successful and big Twitch streamers and OF girls. Kick offered Amaranth good money. She said that Kick's deal doubled her income, and she was already making $1 million just from OF. With no restrictions in place, in no time Kick went on to become the Wild West of streaming platforms, where anything can be put in the name of content. Kick had only 2 rules: no adult content and no hate speech. But the rules were only on paper. In the first month itself, Adin Ross, one of its biggest streamers, broke the first rule. Adin opened The Hub, yes, the Pornhub live on stream, and nothing happened.
I don't condone it. I don't support it.
You're just having this on stream.
Is that bad?
What? Why don't you just like rate videos for them?
Kick didn't ban Adin, not even for a day or two. It was a way of showing how lenient the website was, because Adin was one of the first promoters of Kick. With no definite line in place, everyone started pushing the line. It was almost like testing at what point Kick will ban a creator. Soon, degenerate streamer Heel Mike streamed live of him getting head. Kick did respond this time with a ban of just 1 day. On other platforms, he might have been banned permanently. Another streamer named Suspendas streamed himself banned. He also streamed himself doing the deed by paying some girls, and he received no ban from Kick. Soon, IRL streamers like Neon Jack Doherty started hanging out with dozens of OF girls, promoting their content and taking a cut from these OF girls. The same model is used by Andrew Tate. These streamers are just glorified online pimps. It's vile and disgusting. All of these happening on a platform where 30% of its viewers are underage. Speaking of vile and disgusting, let's talk about the role model streamers of Kick, Neon and Jack Doherty. The third disease spreading inside Kick is wrath. Bottom feeders like Neon and Jack Doherty, devoid of any real talent, started instigating fights. Jack Doherty went outside, harassing strangers, being an absolute arse. And when the people clapped back, he hid behind his paid-by-the-hour bodyguard like a puss. There are numerous incidents of Jack Doherty starting fights with strangers. He also goes to different malls and shopping centers and starts acting like a nuisance. When Jack saw videos of him being a degenerate are going viral, in each stream he'll press random streamers or strangers to the point of them flipping.
Get out of my face.
Or what? Okay, well,
Cat.
just give it back to my shop.
And that's how parasites like Jack make their money. He also did a Fight Club video where one of the dudes knocked out an OF girl. And all this was happening live without any ban or restriction. Now let's come back to Neon, another talent black hole. Neon's whole stream is him just saying slurs to everyone. That's literally all he knows. He'll say random slurs to whoever he wants, and he thinks of it as comedy. He also went to the Jack Doherty school of content, being a nuisance to the society type of videos. The problem with all these types of content is that it doesn't just stay in the website or end with the degenerate streamers. It spreads in society like wildfire. When kids watch their favorite streamers gambling or disrespecting people or being vile for hours and hours, they'll start thinking that it's cool to do all this stuff. With the current social media era, things spread way too quickly. That's why content like Skibidi and Poppy are popular among kids. Kids are very impressionable, and when they're getting exposed to content like this on TikTok or Twitch or Kick, soon they lose their sense of morality. The future generation will have a hard time differentiating between right and wrong. And if there's no restriction in place or no monitoring, we as a society are doomed. And to be honest, these types of content don't just influence kids. Adults also start replicating it, thinking they'll be the next big streamer. That's why you're seeing more and more people being absolute knobs in public places. In the case of kids, the responsibility falls on parents' shoulders to monitor their online activity. And we adults have to make better decisions on the type of content we are consuming.